Hey everybody, it's Saf. Welcome back to Third Age Total War Divide and Conquer, and today we're going to be looking at the invasion yet again. It's still going on. Some people have asked if there is an actual time limit. I think there might actually be a time limit, although I think it's quite a long one. I have seen in past versions of Third Age, whether it was in this mod or not, I don't remember, but I have seen past versions of Third Age where the invasion has been called off because it's just taken too long to be completed. So at the moment we're still holding on. There have been suggestions from people to either sell Minas Tirith to one of the invasion armies to just end it. Interesting tactic, which is something I mentioned last episode, which was just to let the enemy take the city. The problem is that I have nowhere to retreat this army, and I don't know where the army gets put if we were to sell Minas Tirith. So if it just leaves the city and goes to the outside, then it's all of a sudden my army is then surrounded by, they won't be invasion armies anymore, but they'll still be enemy armies, and that's not going to be of any use to anyone. So I'm going to just hold out. I mean, they're not attacking, they're not doing anything. So one suggestion that was brought up was to do hit and run tactics on the enemy armies, in particular with cavalry, which would be very interesting to use against these orcs, for example. They have got a couple of warg units, but it'd be very interesting to use cavalry against them at some point. First things first, though, I have a few cavalry units up here that's going to try and do some damage to the clans of Enedwaith, which is where I'm having the biggest trouble at the moment. To be honest, the invasion armies and the attacks against Cirith Ungol and Minas Ithil, not really too much of an issue. I've been able to defend them pretty well so far. And against newly named Othrond O'Tour. So at the moment the biggest threat is from Enedwaith to the west. You can tell why. They've got their faction leader over here. They've got 3 armies in total. One of them's damn near a full stack. I mean, it's got a full number of cards, but the banner's not quite full. So it's obviously got some damaged units in there. Ah, right, before I forget, I actually have this set up on my phone ready this time, rather than me searching through it on my phone in the middle of the video. People have left their suggestions for renaming Cirith Ungol. And I've kind of decided to go for Cirith Hirluin, which was suggested by Awesome Finn Bro. So let's rename this. So it would be Cirith Hirluin. Cirith Hirluin, which he says translates to City of Heroes. The other one he did suggest was Horde Natirith, which would be Tomb of the God. I quite liked Cirith Hirluin. That's quite a nice. It's got a nice ring to it. It actually rolls off the tongue quite easily. So Cirith Hirluin, I think, is now the name of Cirith Ungol. Still got some orc buildings in there, but you know they help us with recruitment and stuff, so not a big issue. So the person who also suggested about doing the hit and run tactics was Black Tears. So that is, oh no, it wasn't. I do apologise, it was not. Black Tears has actually suggested to build a army of militiamen. So a combination of militia troops, so infantry, archers, and definitely I'd put some militia cavalry in there. I'm wondering if that would be any use to help clear the men in the east. Now, maybe. At this stage of the campaign, I mean, Harad is probably getting quite a lot of decent units now. I mean, it's got pikemen and stuff, which militia are not going to stand up to very well. To be fair, militia wouldn't stand up that well to a lot of the different Enedwaith troops either. But I suppose a combination of militia, infantry with archers and cavalry would actually might have a chance. I would say that that army would probably be better off being used to the west against the clans of Enedwaith. Yeah, I'd probably say it'd be better to use them against the clans of Enedwaith. Firstly, it would obviously mean that I have to actually spend some money to get to that stage, and I'm short of that as is. Yeah, sorry, I was just looking because I noticed that Rohan's border's right there. I just wanted to see if Enedwaith were at war with Rohan, but they are not. Damn, so I was kind of hoping that that might help us out, but that's not really going to do anything. So in the turn flip we're about to go into then, turn 68, I expect that Fionton is going to attack Cirith Hirluin. Yeah, I expect Mordor's going to attack Minas Ithil and Cirith Hirluin. Got 2 armies ready to go, particularly Captain Lager.
I'm gonna stick
right you! I did put some extra troops in here, some extra rangers, just to help with the archery issue, because the one unit of 58, when they had about 70 odd men, they were actually getting huge numbers of kills just for being on their own, really. And then I got some militia archers which did a bit of damage whenever the orcs grouped up in front of them. You know the story, you've watched the video. So I've just put another unit of rangers in there just to help out, because I think they're probably going to be needed. I really don't think there's much else to update you guys on in case you've missed the last episode. So let's go into turn 68. I've dawdled enough. Let's see what we've got. Aha. 765 against 1247. Ooh, Sarah Lane Mercenaries, 1611. Ooh, 3 of them.
We bring the battle to the enemy.
Well, if Cirith Hirluin's gonna fall, they're going to put up a good stand if they can.
Units, await my orders. Pray for them.
Hate those raider cav. I have no way of getting my cav outside either. To bring these pikemen down here. There we go. There's so many farmhand archers I can't even deploy them. That's right, I got some time, so I can move them afterwards. I mean, I've got couple of infantrymen this time round, so I can actually block off one side properly compared to previous attempts. Right, cavalry, you're just getting outside there. Farmhands, really crap ammo, damage, missile damage. I'm gonna put you there. You guys can stay where you are for the moment. So what I might do is when the enemy starts coming down the centre, I'm going to put those archers there. Shoot into the flanks. Let's just put you guys there. I'm going to put 110 swords. Actually, no, I'll put 72 sword unit over there. With 110. Whole position there. See if my cavalry can get outside quickly. Run away, cav. Don't get javeled. Don't get javeled. No javelin. No. Run away, run away, run away. Do not give the enemy an excuse to bring their cavalry after you. Oh. Keep moving. Keep moving. There's enemy general coming over after us over on this side.
Guard this area!
Curses! The enemy are battering down our gates!
Soldier battalion standing by!
Oh, they're coming off my cav. Shoot some of their cavalrymen while their back's turned.
Blast their eyes! The enemy's ram is through our gates!
Didn't kill many of them. Gonna come straight down the middle. I hope so.
The enemy have the walls! Look to our defense or all will be lost.
Oh, my poor farmhands.
Archers standing by! We are called to war! Attack! Use whatever weapons you can muster!
Defeat seems
Ooh,
almost certain.
Grey Flood Raiders heading around the flank.
Archer battalion standing by! Double time!
Some mercenaries are outside as well. We'll try and hold off our cav by looks of things. Well, you're getting attacked, so you might as well just get involved.
Standing by!
Not doing a lot of damage at all to these enemy troops at the moment. We've got one of the mercenaries chasing us outside at the moment, so that's okay.
Right swiftly! Charge! Quickly!
Let's not do that actually. This is our captain. We need him alive for as long as possible. Wait, my archers are melee? Oh, the cavalry's come around the side.
Attack!
Not attacking us, but they are walking. Let's go disrupt the enemy general for a second. Oh, the enemy cavalry's trying to go against our normal troops.
Archer battalion standing by! We are called to war!
I think I should bring this scope of 72 around the side. Do a little flank.
Right swiftly!
Oh, I lost a few cavalrymen trying to escape that. I did a bit of damage though. Wow. Take out quite a few of the enemy general.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
What is it? Quickly! Move! 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 Charge!
past those mercenaries, so let's charge at the general. 21 for 20. General's at the back. Come on. Damn it, no. Didn't get him. Alright, fall back. Lost a cavalryman in the retreat, but that's fine, so we'll just lead the mercenaries away. We'll come back around and hit them again. Hopefully we get the general the second time. Right. Farmhand archers, get over there.
Seems almost certain.
Yeah, don't give up too easily. Come on. 25 for 26. They outnumber us anyway, so the fact that they've got 26% casualties is pretty good. Oh, voice cracker. I don't know what I don't know what voice. I don't know what you're talking about. Full charge. Let's go. Come on, General. Captain. Kill their family member. Is he a family member or just a general? I can't remember. Oh, the general's not facing us, but his back is turned. Generally means more damage. Damn it. More cavalrymen in this retreat again. Down to 54 from 57, that's okay. So we've got 17 of the other guildsmen left. Come on, troops, hold on. Hold the line. Just a little longer. Let me kill the general. Let the morale break. These guys are doing well with their job. Come on, mercenaries, chase me. Chase me!
Archer battalion standing by. What is it?
My cavalry's exhausted. Doing a lot of running. Right. Come on, third time's a charm. Third time lucky. Can we get him? Can we get him? He's actually facing our cavalry. He's on the edge of his unit this time. Still not gone down in the charge. Not third time lucky. They're down to 6. They've lost 11 in that one. He is bloodied. Right. Archers, you're out, so you're going to go around to the flank and help out our small unit of swordsmen that's left there. We do not have a lot of troops left. 45 for 47. I have got their casualties up above ours at the moment still. Archers go. Support the cavalry. Sorry, support the infantry. And that's 20. Dire. Come on, kill him. There we go.
The enemy general lies dead.
Oh man.
What is it?
That took a lot of effort. Right, some of the units are routing already now. Good. Ooh, mercenaries are routing in there. Starting to break. They are starting to break.
The battle seems we've lost half of our men. Only half the enemy force remains.
So we've got that unit of mercenaries out there left to do. Unbelievable. We held.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
How have we done killing the general? So delaying the general in the gateway back then earlier on brought him outside, and then he didn't go back into the same door of town.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
Yes, they are, but they have fought bravely. Holy crap. Oh, hold on, we've got 1 unit of mercenaries left to deal with. 4 units back inside. Get charging against these mercenaries. Should be doing this. Yeah, run, cavalry, run. Well, the captain survives, that's alright. Did lose a few men, but I did take out a good number of them. One mercenary, please. There we go. Right.
Use whatever weapons you can muster.
How I've survived this, it's just beyond me. Still chasing my cavalry. Wait, we've got some routers out here. Ah, 1 raider, lovely. Take him out. And then when these guys rout, that'll be 100%.
Use whatever weapons you can muster.
Goodness, so many farmhands died this day. But they died gloriously. Well, I'm sure that's going to put a bit of a spanner in the works for the clans of Enedwaith's plans here. They shouldn't have lost this. They should have won this. But for whatever reason, the AI on this map is not very smart at all. Sacrificial farmhands. Oh my days. Right, let's get our captain back inside. I think pretty much everyone is ready in the town to deal with this last group of mercenaries. Took our cavalry all the way around the edge there. Exhausted. That's why they're moving so slowly, even at walking pace. They have been chasing. They've just been chasing my cav the entire time, trying to protect their general and failing miserably. I think I did a pretty good job with my captain in terms of you know, moving him around enough to keep this unit away from the general so I can get charges in.
Come together, my friends! Use whatever weapons you can muster. The enemy army flees the field.
There we go.
Pursue and run them down.
1 prod from the farmhands is all it took to rout this unit. And 500 prisoners, lovely. Just past the 500. Guys left. Come on, get them. 1 left.
The enemy are
There we
utterly
go.
vanquished. This
Oh.
is a great victory, worthy of
45%.
only the mightiest of generals.
1 person escaped. I think that was 1 raider cav. I think I saw him leave the town earlier on. But it even shows you where the general died. The enemy general on the minimap there. Oh, I can't zoom in. So casualties healed, 21 peacekeepers, 39 farmhand pikemans. Every other casualty I had was a kill. Oh dear. Prisoners caught, Archer Militia 295. Well done, Archers. 174 kills as well. They got the most kills, my Archer Militia. Which is not surprising considering they were on the flank. The Farmhand Pikeman lost 160 men and only killed 31. So for every 5 farmhands, or just over 5 farmhands, 1 enemy was killed. Their job was literally just to block the enemy for as long as possible. They, at whatever cost. They got barely any kills. They're not okay. They're not exactly the strongest of units. They're really crap stats. But tell you what, get a couple of them in a nice tight spot, and you can hold the enemy off for a while. And as I've just shown, you can hold them off long enough to do some kind of flanking move, which apparently worked out quite well. I am going to execute them because there's the next big one.
Show yourselves!
Ah, don't bring in reinforcements, you bastard. So there's the other Mordor army.
Cowards!
Aha, so yeah, they're going to attack. So it's a good thing I went back into Cirith Hirluin, because I was at one point deciding whether to go on to Estelad after defeating that captain army at the start of the last video.
Show
last episode.
yourselves!
But decided to go back to Thalion because of the threat there. Still not attacking. Still not attacking. See, I would love to just take my army out of Minas Tirith and go strike one of the enemy forces, but when I defeat that enemy force, it's gonna trap me in between Minas Tirith and the other armies. I would fight a night battle, but it only involved one of the... I imagine it only involved one army.
Enemy fleet engaging us!
One enemy army, I should say.
We are victorious!
Oh my god. Wait, let's just... Hold on a second. Is any of the... Do any of
Can
these
you
have
not tell
troops on board?
friend from foe?
Okay, so none of them are transports. That's good. End of turn report. I'm at 417. Cirith Hirluin under siege. Minas Ithil under siege. Enedwaith under siege.
Come and get me, you coward! Maintain order!
Don't even have enough money to recruit any of these other units. That's so bad. Although, I have these troops. No extra cavalry around here. Plenty in there though. So if I send...
My lord. Orders. Your will,
Send
my lord.
these 3.
Yes. We'll make camp
One of these
here.
guys.
As you wish.
Go
Captain
bolster
of Gondor.
Cirith Hirluin's defense.
It will be an honor.
Ready your weapons.
I respect you, my enemy.
Forward!
Let us set up camp here.
Gonna try and bait Moot Lord Tremak by threatening to bring some troops across. See if I can bait him across. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a try anyway. Was I building anything at Anulond actually? Let's think. I don't know. It doesn't look like I was. I wondered if maybe I had
Ships ready.
some spare cash that I wasn't needing. Upkeep of 13. Right,
Yes,
get
sir.
over here.
Full sail.
Where was I sending? I was going to try and blockade a port, wasn't I? Well, that's going to happen now. I am recruiting this catapult, but I kind of need one of these. Ah, one of the invasion armies is leaving. Why? I don't know.
There will be much honor in defeating
cavalry.
you.
So if I was to
Have
attack
a taste of my
him,
blade. I'm gonna
see, I've done
stick you.
tactics like that in the past where I've attacked with just cavalry, but I've only ever done it. I did it with in the High Elves campaign, I think it was, wasn't it? I was doing hit and run tactics with some cavalry and a couple of generals, including, I think I included Elrond in that as well, and I did some really serious damage to the Orc armies. But the High Elves had particularly OP cavalry units, so this is Gondor where their cavalry units are not OP. So I don't really know how this is going to work, particularly when the enemy has wargs in there. He can't do night fighting. Can this guy do night fighting? He cannot either. So I've got neither of my cavalry, none of my cavalry can do night fighting.
Have a taste of my blade.
I mean, the objective would be just to defeat the generals.
I'm gonna
but
stick you.
Come on,
I'm gonna
let's see it.
stick you.
So those first 7, easy to break. These, I mean, this army is is pretty easy to defeat, particularly with 4 archers. I got 4 archer units. I'm just not too sure. I just don't know whether the Variags would get involved, and I don't really want to go up against an army of cav. I don't know. I just don't know. I can't really afford to take my generals out of these towns because they're getting me extra income. So if I'd sent these cavalry the other way, we'd have a different situation. But unfortunately, I don't really have any cavalry over here apart from my generals. I've got 2 generals in Minas Ithil, so if I can break the siege of Minas Ithil, I can maybe use them. Bring them across to Osgiliath, well, one of the Osgiliaths, and then just work across the bridge or something like that. I don't have cavalry anywhere else. This is not good. See, if I could, I'd love to buy just those 2 units right now. But I just don't have the money. I just don't have the money. Whoa. Did not realize that gave me units. Minas Ithil Guardians as well. Enables the training of them. I need a culture of 70%. And I am at 67. That's not bad. I just need to get a university if I can afford 4,500 gold to buy it. Right.
Maintain order.
I am but an ally, Lord.
See, I'm wondering whether to send these
Orders.
troops up to one of these forts to maintain some free upkeep for us. Let's just do a quick scout around of the terrain.
Approaching
So there was an enemy army there.
Approaching quietly.
Well, let's pop these guys in there.
By your
That'll give us a
command.
little bit of income for the moment.
Your will, my
In the
lord.
meantime, I can get these guys
As you
up
wish.
north.
We'll make camp here.
No point expanding the
Ships
ship.
ready.
He's only taking up 13 income. I've got taxes increased where I can. I'll put you up to very high because you can get some chicken farming at some point. You can get sheep farming. Screw it. Very high tax rate. Still getting population growth. Very high 1%. Lovely. Very high 1%. Low. I'm keeping you at low for sure. Whoops. High tax rate 0.5%. So I don't really want to be doing this, but as long as I stay in a positive income, then I will do this. There's Cirith's at 0% population growth. Right, where's my diplomat?
My lord. Yes. Impossible. As you wish.
Okay, next turn. I'm going to guess Enedwaith are going to attack us at Anulond. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big battle. Oh, they're blockading my port. Great. Oh, they didn't attack us. Captain Lager. So we're being attacked at Minas Ithil instead. Alright. We'll quickly fight this one. Angbor the Just. We defeat this army. We can free up 2 of our generals, hopefully. Might be able to get them somewhere else. I don't think I'm going to be able to get them across the river through Osgiliath at the moment. Those invasion armies are kind of blocking the path. So I might have to try and send them towards Ostithil temporarily, and then work my way back up.
Units, await my orders.
I'll tell you what I could do. Oh, I do have a general with that army though. I'm just thinking. I have some troops in that fort south of Minas Tirith. I could charge them out and hit one of the enemy invasion armies as like as a sacrificial army. Just basically do whatever damage possible, and that's it. You know, if they win, they win. If they lose, which is most likely, then they lose. Just do whatever damage, and then maybe I could bring the Minas Tirith force out. You guys there, actually.
Archer battalion standing by. Archer battalion standing by.
Go.
Ready your weapons.
So last time I had a pretty good defense in like a V shape here. This time though, people have stated just do the 300 thing, which is basically just block the gate. So I'm going to do that with my tower guard this time. What I will do when I can start them off, or when I can start the battle off, sorry. Spears. Go on the flank. If you can even deploy, Jesus. General, and you have infantry, go to center, cavalry, up front. We've got time.
Use whatever whatever weapons you can muster.
Go.
Units, march! Head! Soldiers at the ready!
Okay, lovely. Right. Just wait on Mordor. Oh, I should have deployed stakes. They do have some cavalry in this one, don't they? Ah well. I got two pikes and one spear. They've got some pikemen there as well, but that's fine. The cavalry's it's light cavalry. If it was a general, then I would say I've screwed up. But it's not a general. So. A general bodyguard, to be a bit specific. So what have we got coming up front? Moran and Guard. Now in range of my rangers, funnily enough. Definitely aiming for this enemy pike. Get him out as quickly as possible.
Keep it down.
Just aim for the ballista unit, I'm sure. They'll get some extra damage from some of the other units there. The ballista and the ladders are actually slowing down the enemy's march as well, which is quite good.
Archers at the ready!
You guys can't shoot them. They're right there. Oh! God damn it. Damage now, 11%, not bad.
Archers standing by!
You guys are actually firing this time. Great. going to worry about the cab. I'm just going to focus my archer's fire on all the infantry if I can.
Keep an arrow ready.
Archer militia. Get off the wall. Rangers off. It's 27% of the enemy army. All archers off. Right, militia. Back there. Rangers. Back here. I suppose actually I could put my rangers on this ramp here and block off that side with my spears. Put my archer militia around there as well.
Archers at the ready.
Where is it that the rangers have to run up to get onto this ramp?
The enemy could be near.
Well, a better question would be, why is the gate not being attacked yet? Oh, it's back here. Okay, that's cool. So we could block off all of this. Well, we would be able to if it would let me actually deploy. There you go.
Archers at the ready.
Don't tell me they're glitching out. Oh, they are. Oh, wow. Let's get our archer militia up top again. Happy to risk these guys. Wow. Well, all right then.
Archer battalion standing by.
Right, archer militia. Focus down there. This group of 59 rangers are going to get to focus on the Loki Camp Rim. take out some heavy Mordor troops. Focus a bit on the cavalry actually.
Watchful.
Right. Rangers. So we'll come back there. Those rangers up top. These spearmen. Might as well come back in there.
Archers at the ready. Attack!
Where to get you guys to focus fire? Down to 88. Focus in this pile here. That's 40%, and that's all my ammo used up. That is all of it.
Ready your weapon. We are the elite forces of Gondor. Birds with great speed.
About a third of the time limit left. 40% enemy kills. Wow. Not really sure what else to make of that, to be honest. Obviously, we've gotten lucky with things like this in the past. So while we're waiting on the time limit, then I'm just going to check. I did close it on my phone. I'm just going to load up some of the comments from the last video, just see if there's any other suggestions in there that I need to review or answer. Yeah, one suggestion to use R on the keyboard to make my units retreat. Yeah, it's a pretty good suggestion because then I don't have to rely on double right-clicking all the time. I don't know, I'm just kind of used to double right-clicking. I kind of worked that out as a... well, I didn't say work that out, but it was kind of like an obvious solution to getting a unit to move away from a fight by right-clicking, because you obviously tell a unit to get into a fight by right-clicking. And that's how when I first started playing this game and started playing Total War games and learned the different controls, that was one of the first things that I sort of did, rather than pressing R, and kind of just got into a habit of using it like that. I've used R before to retreat entirely from a battle, but yeah, I've never really used it to just bring a unit out of a fight rather than right-clicking. I've always used the right click. Yeah, so Storm in Norman 64. Is there not a certain length an invasion lasts for, and then it becomes failed? Question mark. Could you give Minas Tirith up to end the invasion? Or you could give up Minas Tirith to end the invasion, but it is a good recruitment centre and revenue generator, so I think you should just ride the tide until it turns your way, which is more or less what I'm going to be doing anyway. You need to build a blacksmith in one of your western regions to upgrade those soldiers' armour, because Enedwaith did it long
We
ago.
are victorious.
That is a very good point.
The day has ended and spared our enemy even greater defeat.
Apparently invasions have been
May there be
removed
many
in
more
version
such
2.0,
victories.
as Arachir has apparently stated himself. Gideon Horwitz, thanks for mentioning my suggestions, Apollo. Again, I'm not Apollo. I am not pixelated Apollo. Let's have a look. What's he saying? Mordor is priority target, but you still have Hadad attacking from the south. You've been able to contain them for the time being, but until Mordor is dealt with, they will continue to be a threat. So suggestion is to build a raiding party with some ships and some men, send them to the coast of Harad to sack and destroy cities along the coast, and then get out. You need to cut a massive hole in Harad's economy, to be followed up by an invasion if you do intend to invade Harad at a later time. And then he talks about doing like a two-pronged invasion from Mordor, once I've defeated Mordor, and attacking from north just above Harad to do like a two-pronged attack. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good, cool session. Oh, 886 kills, nice. Not bad at all. 400 kills for one of my Athenian Rangers. I'm going to guess that's the unit of 98, seeing as they've gone up to silver level chevron. Yep, oh, actually, both units have gained a rank, so I don't know. I don't know. Oh, wait, soldiers 98. So, yeah, it was that one. Yeah, so that's a pretty good suggestion, doing a bit of a raiding tactic against Harad. Again, for a similar answer to the one from Black Tears about building a militia army to deal with some of Harad's troops, which I would probably use actually in the west instead. Against Enedwaith, it's a case of having the money to build it to begin with. And at this moment, all of my forces that I have, they do take up pretty much my entire finance,
They are gone from
my
these
entire
lands.
economy. Sorry, but they are all being used in a sort of defensive scenario rather than anything else. So I can't really afford to take them away from anywhere. Now, Minas Ithil is completely open now, so I can actually bring my two generals out and bring them maybe south to Othrond. Not too sure. I'm gonna have to I need to try and get a ship up there somehow. Not that I really can, but I just need to get those two generals out of Minas Ithil and somewhere else. We'll see what their movement range is like. But next episode, then, we're going to be starting off with the Battle of the newly named Cirith Hirluin. Not heavy enemy units. A couple of ballista in there, but we've got a couple of artillery of our own. If I can get some good shots against the enemy general, that'd be great. We'll see where on the map they're actually attacking from. This was the thing I was trying to work out last video, or last episode. Giendur Dawn Death, and then we've got Uvatha the Horseman afterwards as well. Yeah, that should be interesting. But this is like the only real two attacking forces for Mordor in this area, so I might be able to actually break out after these two. We'll soon find out. I wonder if I can maybe... I don't really want to reduce Minas Ithil's defense. It's done so well so far. Well, we'll see how these two battles go first. But anyway, guys, that is it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed those two battles today. So again, next episode, starting off with the Battle of Cirith Hirluin. And we may end up with a second battle there, although I expect it will just get under siege. I know that we're going into a large number of episodes, not a lot of progress, but don't forget A lot of my episodes involve me fighting battles, so there's not a huge amount of work being done on the campaign map, but a lot of work being done on the battlefield map. So that's why these episodes, there's so many of them, and it doesn't look like we're making a lot of progress for the number of videos that we've got. It's because of all the battles I'm fighting. So just a little patience. We're only on turn 68, so we're not exactly miles into the campaign. But yeah. Hopefully we can finally catch a bit of a break and go for attacking Mordor a bit. Get some raiding done. After all, that is our objective, to defeat Mordor. So, anyway guys, thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video.